battle scene, and we're back. And we got a whole bunch of stuff going on, some things we need to talk about. The coronavirus is making its way through the URL. We've got Don Marino that's tested positive. And here's my concern there. He clearly was on URL madness. You know, we don't know when he contracted the coronavirus, right? But we do know that he battled in, you know, the URL Ultimate Madness tournament. We got Ave in the hospital, you know, prayers are going up for Ave, Don Marino also. John and Don not feeling well, so he just got tested. You know, it's scary, man. And I know some of you guys think this thing is, you know, is overrated and all the coronavirus is not real, and it's like it's real. You know, people have died from it. People have lost siblings, relatives, parents. And so I think that we need to look at battle rap a little bit differently. And we've got to talk to Smack and Beasley here. Because have you guys been practicing social distance? Has that been a concern from an administrative standpoint? I mean, we just saw Cortez and Romnitty. I didn't see any social distancing going on. I think on the rooftop, we saw some social distancing, but it's not something that's been put in practice all the way across the board. You know, just because they open the country back up doesn't mean you relax on the CDC guidelines. And I think what's going on now is that in conjunction with caffeine, perhaps caffeine has put their foot down and now they have a COVID policy inside of their studios. And, you know, you might as well rack this event. Just rack them. Just rack them. I would rack them. Battle rap is just a two up in front of your face kind of sport. And if you're identifying that, you know, Don Marino had it and then you're up in the studio, that means it possibly just floating in the air. You know, and maybe Don Marino just got it. Maybe he just got it. I mean, that would be the hope, right? That he contracted it after Ultimate Madness. That would be the prayer for the URL. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Do you even want to see Nome 10? You know, if we're doing it the right way with social distancing, then what? We need at least 6 feet apart from your opponent. Do you want to see Lux and Surf battle standing 6 feet away from each other? Is that going to affect their performance? Yes. Is that going to affect the battle? Yes. So I don't see any wisdom in throwing this event at this point. I think the social distancing inside the URL has not been taken seriously. Again, Danny versus New Jersey Twerk. Did you see any social distancing going on? The only person that had a mask on in that battle was Geechee Gotti, the champ of the year. Smart enough to have a mask on. But to my knowledge, I don't remember seeing anyone. I'm just talking about the small group of people that were there. I mean, they're standing right next to each other, and the majority of them did not have a mask on. Danny and Twerk, they didn't wear any masks. So, I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens when you're not really putting your foot down and saying, you know what, this is a very up in front of your face kind of sport, and we need to put our foot down. And even if you still have to do quarantine battles and just ride this storm out, it's not worth putting guys in harm's way. Everything's okay until your favorite battle rapper dies from COVID-19. So yeah, we want to see the entertainment, but for me personally, not at the cost of a battle rapper's life. So, I mean, what does that mean? I mean, there's ways to do it. Again, everyone has to be tested. But then you can't depend on the tests. You can't depend on these tests. These tests are just, they're not all the way accurate. You get a lot of false negatives. The problem, the only way around this is if you test everyone that's in that building before they come in, right? And these are things that should have been done probably, I don't know, maybe you start testing Monday. You definitely want the test to come back in 24 hours. Because you got to do it before the 11th, right? But the problem is that you're getting a lot of false negatives with these tests. So yeah, saying it's negative, but they're really positive. So you can't really depend on the test results either. So it's really no way around it that we might be looking at freezing up battle rap for a second, going back to quarantine style battles. If we could rely on the test, if the test had 100% accuracy, you could test everybody, everyone's negative, you stay in the studio, you seal the studio off, you do your battles, and you get up out of there, right? But you can't depend on these tests. That really sucks. That's the part that sucks. You cannot depend on these tests. False negative heaven. I got a brother in Detroit. He went and got tested, said it was negative. Went to the doc, got tested. Nope, you don't have it. Then he got really sick, barely could breathe, tested him again, positive. By that time, he had pneumonia. Thank God he made it out. He didn't have to get on the ventilator. But again, COVID-19 is no joke. It's nothing to play around with. And as an organization, Smack and Beasley have a due diligence to ensure that the battle rappers are taking the necessary precautions as recommended by the CDC. Now, most of us have not even been, look how selfish we've been. We just want to see the battle, right? But in the back of your mind, you are kind of like, man, there's no social distancing going on. You know, Twerk, Danny, I mean, they just all up in each other's faces. At least with the rooftop battles, Sterilized 2, we did kind of see some social distancing. Nobody was near the two battle rappers. Often you would see one battle rapper take his mask off, the other one put his mask on. You know what I mean? So you did see it a little bit there. But again, this is a business, and if you're running a business, you have an obligation to ensure that your employees or your performers are taking the right precautions while they're handling business for you, right? They need to be taking the precautions so you do not spread the coronavirus. So let me know how y'all feeling about that, man. Definitely, like, prayers are going out to, Don Marino and Ave. We're hoping that John isn't positive. He's waiting on his test results again. So, you know what I mean? Like we need to be wise about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking directly to Smack and Beasley. We need to be wise about this. And right now, the numbers are outrageous. The numbers are worse than they were when they initially shut everything down. So, I mean, this isn't really the time to get lax. This is the time to really be really on top of it. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. That's all I got. It's your boy O Place, man. Y'all stay safe, man. Be good out there, man. It's Battle Scene. And we out.